My name is Kenneth Persson, and I come from very many organizations, but I'm invited here because I have taken the initiative to start a Swedish water innovation accelerator that we just shorten WIN, both back because it's almost like water innovation accelerator, and it's also very easy to remember. And I will talk a little bit about WIN later on. But we have an excellent scheme for today, and I would just like to inform you on practicalities, and that is that we keep the schedule until about 15:20, I would guess, when we will have a mix of coffee, cocktails, and open discussions back in the room. And until that, you will have the privilege to listen to good presentations from the European Union, from Hamburg Wasser in Hamburg, from Liquum Oy, from Finnish Water Forum, from Lappeenranta University of Technology, from Novago, and also have to listen to me. So just as a short introduction, we can see that the title of this seminar is, I would say, quite inspiring, because what we are looking at is the Baltic Sea region, which is very, very in the focus for political actions. And we have had since the 1970s the HELCOM protocol trying to introduce efforts in order to increase the water quality of the Baltic Sea region. And the latest, unfortunately not the last, but the latest attempt is the HELCOM report of October 2013, where the political wish for how to improve the Baltic Sea water quality has been formulated as maximum allowable inputs from the different countries surrounding the Baltic Sea, and country allocated reduction targets on how to achieve improved and what to achieve when it comes to improving outlet from rivers, from wastewater treatment plants, and from industrial treatments, and from the landscape itself. And looking on just one example about the maximum allowable inputs. This is a table for the different parts of, I don't know if you can see it in the back, but it's just a list of the different parts of the Baltic Sea, Kattegat, Danish Straits, all the way up to Gulf of Finland, and lists of what has been agreed politically upon in the HELCOM, what is the maximum allowable input and of nitrogen, phosphate, and what is at present the effluent concentrations going to the Baltic Sea. And then to the right first side, you have needed reductions of nitrogen and phosphorus in order to meet these maximum allowable input to the Baltic Sea. And what you can see is that when it comes to phosphorus effluents, at present we need to reduce the phosphorus output to the Baltic Sea with something like 41% according to this table. And when we look to the nitrogen side, we must at least reduce it by 13%. So this is, as you can see, substantial reductions. This is substantial things that will need to be invested in. And what is also challenging, but also promising for those who like to work with environmental improvements and also try to make it into businesses, is that there are a strong political support to get things done. Looking historically back, the amount of nutrients going out to the Baltic Sea has actually decreased with time. So the investments that have been done previously has led to good reductions. However, we haven't met the necessary background levels that must be met in order to have ecologically stable Baltic Sea. And there are funds available. There is the Baltic Sea Action Plan that has been developed in cooperation with the European Union as a strategy for the Baltic Sea region. There is one fund managed by the Nordic Investment Bank, located here in Helsinki, and the Nordic Environment Finance Corporation. There are money going in that fund that can be used for technical assistance to projects that will support the implementation of these investments needed to finally restore the ecological status of the Baltic Sea. There are also other funds available. In this specific part, you have 11 million euros available for technical investigations and investments. And the money so far have gone to a project on wastewater treatment, nutrient recycling, and manure management, and also some biogas reductions. So that was just one example. I could also mention the support directly from the European Union. I could mention the bilateral activities that take place between different countries around the Baltic Sea. And what is quite interesting, I would say, is that the business solutions that are offered thanks to investments done in this region will be very interesting also to apply in other parts of the world. So it means that business solutions that we can develop for the Baltic Sea region will most probably be interesting to export to, let's say, the Mediterranean area, let's say to the Black Sea area, let's say to Caribbean, or let's say to the East Asia. So by having a view on developing technologies, it means that those technologies working will be very, very fruitful using for other areas, other parts of the world. And I think that is very important to remember, that our solutions working can be both helping other parts of the world restoring ecological statuses, and also, of course, mean business opportunities. So that was a very brief introduction to this afternoon.